All right. How's everybody doing? Better pull one of these out so I can hear everything that's going on. I see I'm the only one in. I guess I'll just get set up while you guys are jogging in here. I'll share everything out. Get my popsicle in place. Looks like we have a little bit of a lag today. There we go. Hey, Wayne. Good afternoon, sir. What's with the name change? You incognito these days or what? I'm feeling better. Thank you for asking. Kind of goes up and down, but basically I'm feeling better. Where are you at today? In Arizona or California? Ah, I see. Let's tweet it out. I'm tweeting it out. How have you been, sir? It's really good to see you. Trying to share this out. While everybody's coming in. Hey, CR. Scott, good seeing you. Trying to get my stream shared out here, you guys. I will be right with you. Here we go. Oops. Hate how Facebook does it now. Come on. Here we go. I think that's right. God, I hate it. Hate how they make you do it now. I think that's right. Huh, I guess that's right. I don't know. Must be it. We'll see. How's everybody doing? You see, John's life. Hey, good to see you. Everybody having a great afternoon. I hope it's TGIF. You guys want to come up on the panel here? I'm getting ready to throw a link up there. Anybody that wants to hit that link can feel free to come up. Good to see you, Scott. How you doing, my friend? You got all your state issues taken care of so you can start having some good times. Oh, no, there's old Guilford. Hold on. Let me get Guilford up here. There he is. How you doing, Gil?
All right, hang on a second. Let me get my earpiece plugged in. I just got done watching Corsair Trainers Common Sense.
His premiere thing he did.
Yeah, his little bug out thing there. Yeah, I was laughing my butt off on the one point where
He
he's
had some good stuff going on in there.
Yeah, it's like, oh, show us your gun, make us think you're super cool.
Oh, good, Scott. So you about got her down to the end where you gotta sell her home, right?
Hey, CR.
Yeah, he does. Steve's a good guy. So the chat's up to whatever you guys want to talk about. Somebody shoot something out there and we'll just start talking.
Looks like John's Life asked you a question there about should I get a whole shoulder of 8-ounce leather if it's $37.99.
A whole shoulder for $37.99. That's not a bad price. I would grab it up if it's 8 ounce. I use 8 or 10 ounce for most of my stuff. You get any lighter than that, and it just won't hold up. And I don't like the way it dies and stuff. So.
All right, let's see what we got over here. Yeah. Yeah, I had somebody go through and watch all of my videos. I finished up today.
So how you doing on watch time?
Watch time in the last 3 months, I have 2,200 hours.
Oh, that's not too bad. Get somebody else to watch it again, and you'll have enough to monetize when you get to 1,000.
Yeah. It's like right now I got 801 people. Woo!
I keep saying I'm going to go in there and just hit play through, but I always keep forgetting because I have to do it on my laptop.
Yeah. CR says, what do you do to keep busy outside of work, school, and YouTube videos?
That's about it for me. between that and trying to look for stuff to film on, take little clips here and there and try to put them all together.
Yeah, getting ready for tonight. Man, tonight's gonna be interesting.
Tractors.
Yeah, I was doing some research on that.
I don't know why you didn't try to get Farmall Fanatic up there.
I thought about it. I'm working on. Well, he doesn't do reviews too much of tractors. I'm getting Hank from Hamiltonville Farm to come up. I mean, he reviews tractors all the time, different ones. He compares them and attachments. He's always doing videos on that stuff.
That's what Farmall. He does a lot of Farmall stuff, just Farmall tractors.
Yeah,
and he can tell you just about everything there is to do with them, all the way from the antique to the end, all the way up to now. You know,
and the internationals too. But a lot of this is for people want to get a new one, like one of those little hydrostatic drive ones, or 4-wheel drive ones. I don't think Farmall has a 4-wheel drive tractor.
I don't think so, but he looks at them. He goes to a lot of auctions.
But yeah, I know Hank was just put out a couple videos. He was at the big farm show, going around interviewing all the booths. So I know he's got at least 2 more weeks worth of videos to put out on that stuff. Non-functional and protect. I gotta do the knife being so.
He's talking about knives.
I'm looking what he's thought. What they're talking about knives here on the side chat.
Yep, I see what he's talking about. He's talking about leather, and that's absolutely right, John. That's why I use the 8 or 10 ounce leather, because if you're doing a lot of knife sheaths, you want that leather to be able to hold up to a good edge on the knife. I don't know about you, but do you put in a welt when you do your sheaths? I put a welt in mine, and that makes sure that the blade, no matter how sharp it is, can't cut those laces. So yeah, if you're not putting a welt in, you should probably consider doing that.
What's a welt?
Wes.
So, Will, what is a welt?
The welt is a little piece of leather that you put right where the stitching goes.
Uh-huh.
I make mine usually about a 1/4 to 3/8 inch wide, and you put that right where your stitching goes, and your stitching goes just to the back side of that, so that when you slide your knife in and out of it, it doesn't rub on the stitching and cut it.
Okay.
It's rubbing on that piece of leather.
Yeah, someone made I got a sheath years ago, and I don't know what happened to it. It was for one of my buck knives, one of my fixed blade buck knives, and it had going down on the side where the blade goes, back up about 3/8 to 1/2 inch back up, 2 small pieces of brass inlaid into the leather. So that basically, if this is the blade, the brass pieces sat up here, so they weren't on the edge.
Yeah.
And it rode on that, so the edge stayed away from the leather, and and nice and sharp and everything like that. Yeah. I've only seen 2 other sheaths like that, and that was like 30 years ago.
Right at the top of the sheath, just before it hits the welt, I'll try to put a brass rivet or something in right there.
Yeah.
That way the knife's not cutting right into the leather as it slides in. Yeah. It's going off the rivet and then right up against that welt.
Yeah, this was low. I mean, I've like I said, I've only seen 3 of these ever, and most of them were like 30 years ago. I had mine about 35 years ago, 40 years ago. It went right down. It was about like an 1/8 inch wide piece, half round, that went all the way down inside of it.
Yeah, well, I do it the old time way with that welt and the brad. Yep.
Yeah,
and they'll last virtually forever that way.
Okay, Jonathan Lai says he uses scraps for that, for the welt that I guess he's talking about.
Yeah, you can. I use to make sure the welt's the exact length of the knife sheath so that you're not piecing it in there. If you
Yeah.
piece it in there, has a tendency to fail.
Hmm.
Or that's how I look at it. Should be one piece the size of the sheath lengthwise.
Yeah.
Should be, yeah. I like mine to be. I use just under an eighth inch holes. I used to punch them, but I've been doing so many of them lately. I just went and bought a drill bit that's 3/64, and I just drill the holes in there, and then I make sure that the stitching goes to the edge, and then there's about a quarter of an inch behind the stitching that's just a piece of leather, and that's what the knife rolls up and in and out against. That way, it's not hitting any of the stitching,
Cool.
cutting it.
Yeah. Yeah. Checking something here.
Yep, make sure the rough side is tight. Yep. You out of school for a break or something, Wayne? Are you on like a break from school? Cause seen you on here an awful lot.
Wayne says you have too much on his plate. It's just boring. And maybe he goes, maybe I have Stockholm syndrome.
Hey, guys,
Hey, Gunslinger. Jinx, you owe me a soda. How good is a knife when the Marines prefer it over a K-bar?
K-bar's a knife too.
But how he goes, how good is it? All depends what they're using the knife for, what it does, and how it fits in their hands.
Everybody thinks of it differently.
Oh, okay. So Wayne has Fridays off, and the wife's back out on detachment.
You got too much time on your hands. That's what you're saying. Where are you at? Arizona or California now? You're in Arizona. You should be out in them hills looking around. It should be warm enough. Oh, you're in Cali? Still lots of room to roam around there. Too much time on my hands, yep.
Hey, did you see that Asymmetrical Preparedness is getting ready for his 5,000 subscriber giveaway?
I did. I saw that video just before I came live. You guys are not subscribed to him. Maybe go there and check him out.
Yeah. Tell you what,
I'll gifts he's putting in there.
I'll throw that up right now, the link to that. Here's the link to his 5,000 subscriber giveaway video. I love those little, 60-second prep of the day things he does. Little thoughts on, hey, do this. Check this out. Don't forget this.
And there's that first thing in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the second video I watch in the morning. The first video I watch is suspicious observers. Yes, usually a 5 to 8 minute video on the sun, space weather, the ionosphere, the jet stream, all the fun stuff, all the scientific stuff. Get my scientific fix for the day.
Actually, Wes put a pretty good video out the other day. He put out that video on cooking up bacon, fresh bacon, actually.
Uh, yeah, I'm thinking about what I got. I got something to do here. I got tagged by another channel, homesteading channel, to do a. I imagine if you would to do an everyday carry. What I carry every day type little video. They're talking. Of course, most of the ones he tagged are homesteaders out farther away from the city than I am. I'm a homesteader in a small, little itty bitty city, quarter-mile square, but it's still a city, and everybody around carries, and it's like, why do I need to carry a gun if everybody else is carrying a gun, and I'm in the corner where nobody can get to? I'll just carry my knives and my multi-tool and my extra pair of glasses and stuff like that. My water bottle. Bacon is the best part of waking up after coffee.
You never need to go over there and watch that video he did. It's a pretty good video.
Well, Wes, I don't drink coffee, so I'd have to say that bacon is the best part of waking up before the orange juice.
I don't drink much coffee anymore. I used to drink it 24/7, but nowadays I drink a couple in the morning and a couple at night. So
I haven't used the Bowie knife considering it's a tool.
I got a fake Bowie knife. Does that count? It works. It works pretty good. It's baton and everything.
Yeah, everyone's gonna think I'm really weird with this one, but like when I go to IHOP or something, I always get or Denny's, whatever. I try to get one of those couple extra little cups of the maple syrup, and I just dip my bacon in it. Hey, maple and bacon. I mean, hey, two flavors go absolutely together.
Yeah, I got a fake one that's not even got the full tang on it. I think the handle is put on with a set screw. The knife blade only goes in a little ways, and then you got a set screw that sets the blade in. But it works.
Yeah. Yeah, Wayne, it's just like, I've never been in a gunfight. I've drawn my duty weapon plenty of times, never fired it, never had to, luckily. I've been in some bad neighborhoods in California, West Pittsburgh, which they renamed to Bay Point, but all the sheriffs and highway patrol call it Gunpoint. It's so bad. And, Oakland. But I've never had to. I've never fired my duty weapon in the line of duty. On the range, I've run tens of thousands of rounds through it.
Yeah, bacon is right behind coffee for sure, gunslinger. And you're pretty lucky not having to use your service revolver there, Gil.
Yeah.
I have concealed carry. I have never had to pull mine out, but I like you. I love to shoot rounds through it at the range.
Yeah.
Hey, Al.
Hey, Uncle Al.
Hey guys,
I caught up to you.
sorry, just half blind. Just came back from the doctors yesterday when I did the fever dream. They took my temperature. I'm 101 right now, and they think I'm infected with some kind of virus because of surgery. So it's
Now you
not
got the
that.
corona, huh?
No, it's not corona, but there are other viruses around because I had major eye surgery for an hour and a half. So they think I got an infection. I got drops and I got tablets.
So what was causing the bad dreams?
When you have 105-degree fever,
Yeah, hallucinate. Yeah.
yeah, and plus I'm taking another because like you will, I'm ill. I got internal problems, so I'm taking another medication. I gotta go back next week. That cost me. This is why I'm broke. For my $5,000 of cash this month, I spent everything for $100. Next week after a doctor visit, I'm going to be broke again.
Hey, Burchard Homestead.
Hey,
It's Brett from Burchard Homestead.
Yeah.
Hey, Wes, I agree with that. Never choose to shoot back. Easier to bounce to the left and dance away singing. Of course,
Yeah.
what I'd be singing was that one from Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, where the governor goes, "Ooh, I do a little side step and I wink and I'm done."
Hi, Wayne G. Hi, CR. Damn, I can't see. Bloody hell. They dilated my eyes. I see two big blurs above me. So, Gil,
Yeah.
we're having another weather flip in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, I saw something like that on Suspicious Observers.
Right. In 2 weeks, be careful of southern Idaho. It's Idaho, right? Next
Yeah.
to Washington. Okay.
Next to Washington. Oh, that's the other side of the state.
Okay. Southern Ohio, there's a high risk by my numbers. I can't find it. My numbers show a possibly F3 or F4 tornado in that area.
Woof.
So you got to be careful. Here, I'm expecting F1s. Nebraska is about maybe 6 or 7. Sorry,
Yeah, we get them all the time here.
sorry, Will. We're
We get 'em
talking.
all the time here. I don't even worry about them half the time.
There's a weird thing generating right now because I told you about the twin tails. Gil showed you up there on the weather charts how they're forming two weird jet streams. Well, we got a third coming up from the south, and I can't figure out where it's coming from. It's looping through the southern states all the way up north to Virginia. So on one side like this, Canada, it's cold, us in the U.S., and then right on the bottom is that third weird jet stream. So the South and Florida is getting all this extra moisture from the Gulf.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, you got boats, guys? Any preppers out in the South or in,
Well, Burchards are down there in Louisiana.
get a boat. And also, I think Scott said, Scott's from Inside Freedom, get a boat. And it's not coronavirus. I've been,
That Freedom, he's in Tennessee.
No,
Yeah.
Uncle Al doesn't have coronavirus. He has vodka virus.
I got some other kind of virus because they gave me a whole bunch of pills.
That
And
right
then
wine.
I can't drink one, have bad kidneys. So I'm really paranoid because, like Will, where's someplace over there, I got trouble, so I'm not on the machine. But I have to be really careful because I have a bad heart, bad lungs, bad kidneys. My internal intestines screwed up. Have a Holstein bull step on your gut and see how well you digest food.
Man,
Wait,
You're welcome to come up
if
here,
you
Wes.
shoot-
Just click on that little link.
Yep. Come on, Wes. Wayne,
Come up here and show us.
use a bigger gun, like a shotgun, a close range.
yeah.
I
Wow.
got it.
That watch this. This is today on the jet stream. Watch as I take it forward 10 days. So it goes through. It starts compressing up there around Ohio, and then they get the stuff. But you're right. That southern states there across from Southern California, Texas. Look at that moisture coming in off
It's like
off
a banana belt.
Right. It's that
Yeah.
weird third tail. I can't figure it out.
Oh, I like this one here. Look at this cold front or low in here, pulling down, and then the cold air coming down off that. That's going to be pushing right on across. That's pushing all the way down to the Gulf with that, and then about Wednesday it breaks and starts heading back up north, and they get a lot
welcome
more
to
moisture
spring.
across there.
Welcome to
That is
spring, folks.
weird. That is some weird. And here the jet stream's doing just the opposite. It's going from down low up high. So there's going to be a lot of moisture coming in. Yeah,
Or flooding, huh?
yeah. Next Friday, next Thursday and Friday is going to get really weird and ugly.
Oh yeah.
Wow. So they're I mean, that's the jet stream. If they have this up every day, you can look at it. They just move it forward one day, and this is the projections, and the projections have been doing pretty good, guys. But this one here, I mean, look at that little dip down that come right across, down even into Mexico a little bit there, and it comes right on across and dumps everything.
Well, it's been weird here. I mean, down in Colorado, which is not very far from me, it has been dumping a big time snow.
Yep.
And then it goes up into Wyoming, which is not far from me, and it has been dumping snow. And then it comes over to me, and it's just crystal clear. And then it goes a little bit farther east, and it just starts dumping again. So right there, just a very small funnel is clear, and that's where I've been at. Feels
Well,
pretty
you're
good.
lucky. You're lucky, Will.
Feels pretty good to be not in that little dump area.
Yeah. The biggest thing, if you look on top near the Great Lakes, like I was telling everybody, yeah, that big white spot, that's not a good spot. That's where Hubble's cat's living at.
Yeah. And that white spot, look at the new white spot coming in. It's coming in down here, and it's whipping down towards Ohio there a little bit. And it actually doesn't make it to Ohio, but it hits New York a little bit. And look at that there, going right on out there. But then here's the weird one. The pressure changing here.
Yeah.
Big pressure drop there, and then you got the cold air coming down. So yeah, it's right about here is where Dave and Tibor might get a chance to get some snow in southern Ohio.
Or rain. I can't tell with the red ones. The red ones are hard to judge.
Yeah, it could be depending how much moisture in it, and a 2-3 degree temperature change in that, and it goes from snow to rain.
Yeah, you get freezing rain or hail. Also, what's kind of weird is, I think a suspicious observer told everybody, we got a new second moon.
Hey, Sue, how you doing?
Hi, Sue.
Oh yeah, he blew that out of the water this morning. Everyone was saying with the new second moon, it's not. It's not. It just happens to be a near Earth object, is what it was right now, and so they thought it was another little moon out there, but it doesn't keep up, and it won't catch up until we won't catch up again to it till next year.
What's the blue? Somebody wants to know what the blue stuff is.
The blue, the cold, the pressures. All right, the white is low pressure, high pressure, and the pressure is also when it's coming down. If you have a high pressure coming down from the north, you have a good chance of a storm being in it. And if you have a low pressure coming down, it also means there's a pressure of it sucking some weird weather, weird stuff in with it and causing a storm. What you want is the green to like from the 60 to 90 area. That's some moderate pressures and stuff. So
you're doing good then, Wes. It's all gonna be moderate.
Yeah, but when you get this pink stuff in here, really high pressure, and then it goes up to this orange stuff here. Yeah, I mean it's gets up into some weird really high pressure, and that when that gets too close to the low pressure, like it's doing right across here, and we start going across here, right in here, here's going to be your tornadoes.
Yep.
What's in there?
And it's going to go across to the east too. So you got about a 2 to 4 day
Yeah, look
minimum.
at that. So you got a good chance of some tornadoes in there, even upwards into Canada there.
Yep.
It's just the jet stream's acting all funky weird.
Big time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird with the spring rolling in.
Hey, Sue.
You will, Wes, just give it a couple more weeks. We're
Yeah.
going through the washing machine weather.
Yeah.
Get your garden ready,
Wait
Wes.
for it. Washing machine weather.
Yep.
Get your garden
remember-
ready.
Yeah, remember I told everybody first of the year, this year is going to be washing machine weather. And that was my long range forecast because I tell everybody in England right now when it's still cold and flooding, get ACs for England. Because my temperature range, I've been working on it. If you're in Newfoundland, Canada, Greenland, which is weird, Iceland, England, France, Norway, and Russia, get air conditioners now, today. Don't ask questions. Don't worry about the virus. Get air conditioners. You'll thank me in June and July. Here it's going to
I had
be
my air conditioners in last year. I didn't even get to use them.
You will.
Hey, Uncle Al, does that mean that England will have a chance to grow good grapes and wines like they did before the Little Ice Age?
Yes.
Whoa.
No, it only lasts the summer. You can
Yeah.
grow bananas if I'm right. If I'm right, tornadoes in England, which is weird. They get sometimes F1s and F2s. Rarely do they get F4s. And there was a historical event with the Romans when they went to England the first time. Water spout or tornado came off the land and smacked them. And their invasion fleet went.
Yep.
See, I read history a lot, too much. It's like Walt Disney with the Spanish American flu or Spanish flu. You know, Walt Disney went to World War I as an ambulance driver. All he saw was getting the Spanish flu. And I seen, let's see, a bunch of channels freaking out, blaming everybody from the Democrats to Donald Trump. Prepper Bob did a pretty good one. Sorry, Prepper Bob.
Hey, Michael, how you doing?
Hi, Michael.
My friend.
Don't panic.
Been around for a while.
Yeah, don't panic because most of the cases in America, half of them, 33 of them are in California. Reason why?
There, that'll fix that, Michael. Now you won't have to worry about it.
We have druggies and we have the homeless, and I won't tell about the third group. But those three groups are spreading it. And CDC and the Democrats and Newsom, our new buddy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Governor Nuisance.
Yeah, did you see his so-called "I'm taking care of the thing" newscast?
Yeah, he's taking care of things. He's got 8,400 people that have been designated as suspected carriers. He has not quarantined them, and he has them out doing their normal lives, but checking in if they feel any sneezes, coughs, or anything coming on, or any fevers coming on. Hello.
They haven't even ordered any kits to check people with.
And if they have it, if they're suspected, they should be in quarantine till they can figure out whether they have it or not have them out there sneezing and coughing and spreading it all over, the Golden State, which is turning into a black hole.
Yeah, Wayne, but most Asians don't got it. The Philippines have rarely got this disease, and it's centralized to the mainland area, and a lot of Thais don't got it either. So a lot of Chinese are running to Thailand to escape the virus, which is good. I have a friend there, Naomi. You know how I like strippers. Well, she's a stripper and also systems engineer technician. and she does have a YouTube channel. It's Naomi Sexy Cyborg. And when you understand why I watch her all the time.
Go figure.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, they haven't even got the kits yet.
Yeah. No.
That kind of bothers me.
Yeah. No. Maybe San Francisco. San Diego's hard to say because you're in that weird zone. For San Diego, my numbers don't add up right. Seattle, Seattle,
San Diego has too much of an influence for another minority group, coming across. But what I thought was funny is that there was a news article that Mexico is going to build a wall to keep all those that have come across from coming back with the coronavirus.
Yep. Uncle Al was telling us that. Remember yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got another article on it too.
Yeah, but like I said, sorry, Wayne, that's a different disease. That's MERS. That's when you get camels. Do not have sex with camels.
Or goats.
Or goats. That's a different disease. And people keep forgetting. We also have corona. We have swine. We have bird. We have MERS. We got SARS. We got SARS-2. And then there's another one that's not corona related, but similar, that we have no idea with it.
Mm-hmm.
True. I know where Wayne's talking about. Learn Farsi.
El Cajon.
It's a bad joke. Sorry, my Farsi friends.
All right.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Don't they do that in Asia, Wayne?
Not too much on goats. We're not in Mongolia. And you know what's kind of weird? Mongolia doesn't have the virus for two reasons. It's Mongolia, and the second reason, nobody's been outside for the last 3 weeks. When it snows in Mongolia, you stay inside the house. You can't go past 20-foot tall snow drifts. Where's the truck underneath that? That's a hill. No, that's where my truck is.
We said a friend of his hit a pig with his truck the other day, and it had the swine flu. FLEW.
Too funny. Yeah, they're building the wall really fast, and they're also adding landmines too, which I thought was like, huh? Why are they adding landmines? So they keep everybody from the United States there. They don't want the new wetbacks from the United States. I thought that was funny as hell.
They don't want them coming home.
Nope. You stay in America. You want
Let's see how fast they can build that wall now.
They're going full blast because I heard one of the Mexican billionaires and some of the drug cartels says, no, we'll make the walls with certain tunnels for the drugs, but everything's going to get sealed up shut. That was funny. I was watching Mexico Economic News, and they were talking about the Mexico billionaire is donating dump trucks and dump mixers to help speed up the wall. I thought that was so funny.
Hey, but you will not hear any of the Democrats mentioning that because that proves that Trump said he would get Mexico to build the wall.
It is. It's funny. And you see Schmidt and whatchamacallit, the guy from New York, Checky Boy, panicking and says, we got to spend $8 billion. That's a waste of money. Cut it down. Don't panic. Drink a cup of tea and go sit in the corner and don't bother the adults. People. This is the time to vote Maxine Waters out next week, folks. I already voted.
I don't live in
Now, West, you're going to get CR mad at you.
Oh, I'm working on that West S. That is West S. Yeah. Because Canada needs people, but a lot of Mexican citizens don't like my idea. You try to stuff. I'm trying to get 100 million Mexicans and Filipinos to Canada to shore up their population because a lot of people don't understand what's Canada's facing, possible invasion from Russia, but that's long range predictions and my stuff. That's why I'm moving to Alberta. I'm going to get some money out of it. So anyway, the big thing is Canada needs people. They need by 40, 100 million people in Canada. Now, Gil, I think Gil's up there.
Yep.
People in Canada. 35 million.
Yeah. And you know, and the call for people to move to Canada is coming from the far left wing nut.
Trudeau.
Yeah.
Trudeau.
Yeah.
Trudeau's an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, he makes
He's a rich
Green Man
He's a
look like a yeah. Anyways, yeah, he's he and Newsom are twins somehow. They either have the same father or something somewhere along the lines, you know.
Yes, I always enjoy our governor wear blackface, and nobody ever picked that up. They picked it up on Trudeau, but they never picked it up on poor old Gavin Newsom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's getting stupid. And I want to save also all my Mexican friends and all my Filipino friends because Uncle Al always have a trick up his sleeve. It could be a derringer, it could be a knife, it could be a sap. But I have a trick. And you know why I want 70 million people up there? I'm getting off this rock. And a lot of you guys like, huh? So I need people to work for Uncle Al. Remember what Noah says? Too bad, suckers. Bye.
What, Uncle Al for president then, or what?
Yeah, Uncle Al's not that stupid.
Yeah, Wes, you're right about that, Wes. Legals aren't going to fight for their hosts as in the parasite host country. They wouldn't fight for their own country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a true fact.
I got a simple. You want seats on the ark or you want to stay here and then show them what's going on? It's not a wooden ship, kids. Uncle Al's high tech too when I have to. That's fun. Like I said, it's a nice Friday. Go outside, enjoy. Gil, do you still got a little bit of snow or?
The snow is slowly melting.
Good.
The problem, what happened is in January, if we get the snow, and then we get a little rain and it would freeze. So all that snow would melt down. Now we've got a layer of ice and more snow would come on top of it. So that snow's been insulating that ice, and we get another little layer, you melt it. And so basically we got like ice that thick out there.
We piled it all up with the tractor. No wonder it's not gone.
No, I know. This is the areas I haven't cleared. And when I was clearing those areas, I was having problems hitting that and breaking it free, to move it. And so I moved a lot. I moved a lot of it off the lawn. I got little green grass coming up in the lawn areas I've cleared. And but the whole all the fields and stuff. I mean, they got like 2 to 3 inches of ice out there, and like the temperature. Right. All right. The low. All right. We're lucky. The low tonight is up at 21. Last night, it was down at 15. So it's warming up. But on Sunday, it goes down to 8 again.
Right.
No.
Washing machine weather. It's going to be next 2 weeks. Will? I think Will's there. Your weather nice, or is it kind of?
Oh, it's beautiful here today.
Yeah, it looks great out here too.
Yeah, because I'm getting 70-degree weather here, but I know within a week it's going to drop back to the 40s.
It's beautiful 34 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds normal, but guys, be careful. We got violent winds that's racing across the country and microstorms. And I do tell anybody if you're flying, don't because of the virus. Everybody knows that. Also, if you're not in a jet airliner and you're on those, I can't remember between the two engine shuttles, the smaller seven something. I can't remember. They use two engine jet planes.
You mean like Southwest flies the
Right.
737?
Right. They had 14 that went down for service because the big thing with those things is you don't want to end up like those people in 73 where my mountains are, the highest point in California. You don't want to get caught in a sudden downdraft and get slammed into a mountain going full speed.
Yeah.
I think I told this to somebody on another video or a live stream. You do not want to fly in a small plane. I know how to, but I know the air things are.
You mean the little puddle jumper commuters?
Yep, puddle jumpers.
Yeah.
I would be. Yes, Wes, it's the splat effect.
Yeah, you gotta have balls to drive one of them things.
Oh, great. That idiot professor. I would not stop in Singapore. It's a big cross traffic, and I can't remember how many people got sick over there, but a lot of Chinese and travelers are going through there. And right now is not a good time to go on a cruise, go on vacation, go on a big airliner.
Hey, not just an airliner, the airport.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in the airport. I mean, because the way the air circulates in the airport, someone sneezes in the other terminal, and it's going to circulate the air over to your terminal.
Yeah,
they could be trying to get up and out, and the air be pushing them back down.
Yeah, I'm not talking about outside. I'm talking about inside the airport itself. You got everybody cramming through the checkpoint. The bends. TSA doesn't have the money to alcohol and spray down all those bends. They just get gathered up, pushed back to the front. You're picking up another bend that somebody else was just handling, 2 minutes earlier.
Correct.
Wes.
I have a friend with a Cessna. He doesn't like the light aircraft, so painted black. It's no longer light; it's dark.
Well, sorry, Wayne G. That's idiot California educational system. I'm just tired.
Yeah. Well, where do you think all the new generations of Democrats are coming from? The wingnuts, the wingnut hippies that are made it into the teaching profession in the California university system.
Oh yeah.
Cool it down.
Anyway, I'm not too worried. Like I said, I'm isolated. My town is not a major turnstile, except for if you want food, you better trade with us. I do tell a lot of people on apartment buildings, check if your air system is recirculatory. If you're in like those high rises, right, Gil? Air system is all recirculatory. So if somebody has the coronavirus and you're in a high rise, you all have the coronavirus.
Yeah, it's that's why they have a lot of the high rises and stuff are supposed to be non-smoking because everybody smells it.
Ducting, yep.
Yeah, and the common areas are even if they make the individual apartments isolated, the common areas, the hallways, the elevators, and stuff like that are all on a joint system, so it goes everywhere. There.
Hey, George.
Josie Wales. Hey, Wayne. When you're at the airport, TSA is giving you the pat down. Tell them push harder. Ooh, that feels good. Push harder. Yeah. A little lower on the right.
You missed the spot.
Exactly.
Oh Lord.
I used to go over there and test them. And it's like, oh, you're not pushing hard enough. Okay, that feels good.
Oh yeah, Wes. I remember that movie. It's called Damnation Alley. Ate that poor black guy in the hook.
Hey, T-Bort.
That's with Jan Michael Vincent and George Papard in it. Yeah. Yeah. That was one of my favorite movies back when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, we all need landmasters with the rocket launchers on top.
Yeah.
That'd be great. But
All right, you brought it up, so there it is.
I still like the book better.
There you go.
There they are. There it is. They made two of them that function, and a third one that was for for shots and stuff that they wasn't powered, but two of them actually ran.
Yeah, they keep using that same vehicle in different movies.
Yeah, but it was designed for Damnation Alley.
Yeah, Damnation Alley, and then there was like a kiddie show.
Yeah,
Jets or something, and then they did a third movie with Sylvester Stallone brother Bruce. Bruce movie. Talk about a big stinker of a movie.
Yeah,
I want the one that works.
yeah. The two that work are in private collection museums right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I would love to have that thing. But you notice the difference between this one and this one? They covered up that gap with more material so it doesn't show quite so much.
Right.
Because that's how it turned, it was a center turn vehicle. And it was very hard to operate.
Yeah.
Damn well.
Yeah. I've ran articulate steering loaders, and I talked to a guy that actually drove one of those, and he goes, he didn't run articulating steering loaders too, and he goes, no, the loaders are easy compared to this because you're out on the front end of it trying to steer it, not back in the middle where you can actually judge what the whole machine's doing. You're out there, you can't see what your back end's doing.
Yeah, but it gave some ideas for cameras in vehicles.
Yeah.
That movie, a lot of the guys who are designing cars, let's put a camera in back there, so they get that idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Go back up here to the top. Yeah. So they talk about it was called the Landmaster. So and they had a thing on just doing it, but where is it? Change that to CAST. CAST. Yeah, so you had Jan Michael Vincent, George Papard, Jack Earl Haley. A couple of the others there. Paul Winfield was the
He got the cockroaches.
Yes. And several others in here, but yeah. Yeah, Jack Early's been in a lot of movies that people don't realize he's been in.
Oh yeah.
His first big hit was Bad News Bears.
Yep.
He was the tough troublemaker in it.
Now look at him, no hair.
And he's even a bigger troublemaker. Yeah.
Yeah, those are some of the articulated army trucks.
Yeah.
The ones Wes was talking about where they turn to bend to turn.
Yeah. Those yellow ones there, those are the Caterpillar trucks. Some of them articulate, some of them steer. The articulating ones, yeah, they go flying, and if you turn that wheel wrong, if you bounce wrong, and you're not seatbelted in, you hang on the wheel, all of a sudden, you flip really quick. Yeah, there's the one showing down there that
Yeah,
One
this
down.
one right here.
Yeah, that's one there too. And there was another one right above it there, a little bit to the. I'm not sure that Hemet steers in the middle or not. That particular Hemet. That's
This one.
down one. That one. I'm not sure if that one steers in the middle or not. They do have, yeah, that one steers in the middle.
That'd be a pretty crazy one. I
Yeah.
know when I
Yeah.
was running equipment that I would run some of that articulating equipment. It's hard to get to know, learn how to do that stuff.
Yeah, you gotta have a way to see it. Lord, what a mess. Well, true, T-board. Everybody's crazy.
Yeah. The
That one looks like it's an articulating.
that's tracked with a trailer. So it's just it's like a just a mud cat without the blade on it in a trailer, or a snow cat.
Probably hooked together, yeah.
Now the most famous articulating one you had. I thought you had it there for a second.
Maybe this one.
It was a green one. There's that. That's the military one, but the most famous articulating vehicle is. Let's see. You can scroll up a little bit. Where was it? I don't see it now. It jumped. Oh wait, there it is. All right, bottom row in the middle, green.
Right.
This one?
Yeah, I think that's. Yep. Nope.
Yep.
That's a dump truck. That's the dump truck one. That's not
Next
it.
one over.
Now, trying to show the. Where is it here? I got it. Trying to bring it up on mine. I got the.
It's a green thing, isn't it?
Most of them are yellow.
Are they yellow?
Yeah, you'll be surprised they have MENT and yeah, here we go. Yeah, bring mine up, Joel, and you'll see it. There it is, right there. The most famous articulating piece of equipment around.
Yep, I've run them things.
The scraper.
Those things are fucking awesome to run. They
Yeah.
fly.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, and they bounce too, and they just move a ton of dirt.
Depending on what you want to do, you can just let that blade down a little bit and it'll fill that back end up really fast. But you want to
Yeah.
stop, you can just drop that blade in the ground and man, it'll about shoot you out of that cab.
Yeah, you definitely want to be wearing your seatbelt.
Hi, Heath Steve. I think that's Heath Steve.
Let's see, Tibor.
I think it's one up of Wayne G. I think. I can't tell. I think.
I don't see him out there. Unless he's lurking. I see the Healthstead.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Oh, sorry, guys.
You just gave us the virus through the internet.
Wonderful.
Through the internet.
Oh,
Hey,
oh.
Healthstead.
Yeah, wonderful. I'll survive. Everybody else croaks.
Yeah, that's a pretty good
Cool.
equipment right there.
Healthstead's going to be putting out a video. They're going to be testing it. They got some new waterproof fire starting material. They're going to be running a review on it tonight.
All right.
Yeah, I have to agree with Wayne and Tibor. People are panic buying. Like I went to Walmart this morning after the doctors. Everybody's buying cookies and milk. I'm looking at them like, what's wrong with these people? I just went by and just picked up more lentils. And also, they had a mayonnaise run. You know, I went down, look at the shelf. Every mayonnaise jar is gone. I don't know what's wrong with people. Mayonnaise and SHTF, what they're going to do? Smear it all over their heads and bodies and hope it gets away?
No, they're going to have a party. Yeah, make sandwiches and salad, egg salad, and potato salad, and have a party.
Uncle Al's gonna battle Keith Richards in the end. There can only be one.
Probably Keith Richards. He's more healthier than me.
I like what Tibor says: canned fruit, canned vegetables, all you want, but junk food is getting slammed.
Yeah, it's getting weird. I
Oh,
go,
The hell,
Yeah.
his pallet order was canceled.
yeah, at Sam's.
yeah, Mountain House is no longer taking orders. Legacy, you got 24 hours and they're going government contracts. Wise is trying to still palm off all those crappy buckets. Now, 40% discount.
Yeah,
Please buy our stuff.
yeah,
Nobody wants to buy it. Even China doesn't want to buy it.
exactly. And somebody did a review saying how good their stuff was. It's like, no.
You're lying. I opened one of those buckets. I'm like,
I wonder what they got for saying that.
I don't
a lot
know.
of money. Because I opened one of those buckets and I like, oh God, nobody can eat this crap.
Yeah, yeah. Mountain House has a reputation to protect.
Yep.
Weiss doesn't.
Nope.
If you guys want to buy some MREs, you should get a hold of Kaylin. She gets them from all over the world. She know where to go to get them.
Yeah, but those are running short too.
Yeah. Everybody's freaking out and bulk buying when they should be doing, bulk buying the prepared stuff when they should be bulk buying the unprepared stuff that they can get a lot cheaper and make go a lot farther.
Well, if they
Right.
they would already have it stockpiled like us.
Yeah. It's like my daughter went to was trying to build up her kitchen pantry a little bit. She went to Winco, and they had Denison's chili, the 16-ounce cans of chili and beans on sale, 98 cents a can. I mean, down at the grocery store, sometimes they're $2.25 a can. So something like that. Oh, that's half the price. Time to stock up on that.
Bad thing about freeze drying, Wayne gives a good point. Out of the three here, I've been eating freeze dried for 1 year. I can't tell you why, but this is why I push olive oil and lard. You're gonna thank me for this. Freeze dry, if it's good freeze dry, should not have fat. If it's bad freeze dry and has any kind of fat, it's going to go rancid and you're going to be clogging up the toilets.
Yep.
Right. Tell everybody get toilet paper. You will be clogging up the toilets to next doomsday. In another 1,000 years.
Yeah. All right. Sidetrack here. Okay. So, where was it here?
Elfhead said
Okay,
that his
Tibor.
N95 masks are all sold out around him.
Yeah, Tibor says the big box store raised the price on bleach, Clorox wipes over last week. Dehydrated is fine. There are some, like I said, the Mountain House freeze dried spaghetti and the chicken and rice stuff and stuff. I mean, that stuff's been good for years and years. I have had stuff that's like 20 years old over there. Popped it out of my backpack. Still good. Clorox and Kleenex are slammed too. Antiviral Kleenex is all gone.
Wes.
Just make sure on the antiviral ones, if you open up the box and it doesn't look white and has a yellow tinge, throw that box away. That's no good anymore.
West. Oh,
Funny, Wes. Funny. Now, let's see.
Next one down, Will. The next one down from Wes. Create CRs. Yeah, on your hand soap, um, it doesn't have to be antibacterial. Actually, what's really surprisingly good, they found out, the old lava soap or borax powdered hand soap, that just gets that stuff off your hands so friggin' fast because it's coarse, rough, and it just it's like a effulgent on your hand, just gets everything off there.
Right. Also on the soap that Gil says, pine tar soap. I got 2 boxes of that stuff. That's, let's see, 120 bars of soap.
Ooh, hang on. He says that the hydrogen peroxide has doubled what it usually is in price.
No kidding. Like somebody's listening to me.
Yeah. Oh, vinegar is a disinfectant. Well, it works for removing rust off the stuff, and so I would say I believe there was something. It's kind of iffy, but I think you can use it a little bit. It's
Right.
like vinegar. Vinegar is add a little lemon juice to it. Oh yeah, it'll clean stuff.
Oh yeah. It's not the lemon juice itself, it's oil from the skins.
Yeah, it's the high acid in the lemon that
Right.
eats away your enamel and your teeth and stuff. Works the same way on the viruses and bacteria.
Right. Remember, I forget when this started. All those doctors and nurses in China that using the defective mask that had citric acid in it and it burned their faces. Who put citric acid and copper mesh in a mask? You got to be. It's like, yes, I want to die faster. What happened? They made open wounds on their face, and they got infected. That's why they had a high infection rate.
Yeah.
Wayne, you should already have a list. Don't worry about it. I seen your storeroom. It's fine.
Yeah,
more beer. There's more beer in line.
Should be everybody that I know in here should be set up pretty good. It's just the other people that are panicking that really have anything to worry about.
Yeah. All right. He says up by Tahoe.
Go.
At least you're farther away from the moron.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry that dingle boober in the governor's seat there, just
total idiot.
Yeah.
Like I said,
just avoid the Asian strippers.
All right, hang on.
More of them. Send them over to Uncle Al. Especially the big.
All right, I'm going to check John Hopkins' site here again. But yesterday when I was checking it, they had pulled they had them on there and then they pulled it off. We're up to 62 confirmed cases in the U.S. We have 6 recovered cases in the U.S. The one in Arizona, the one in Seattle, 2 in Chicago, 1 in San Diego, and 1 of the ones in Santa Clara have recovered. No deaths yet in United States.
Hey, Lou.
But they're no longer showing where they're evacuating them to. They're not showing any of those sites on the map anymore. So they think because they're in isolation, they don't want it reported. But So California, Southern California has 2 in San Diego. Well, one of those is recovered. One's existing. Orange County is still sick. Los Angeles, he's still sick. The 2 that were in San Benito, California, Central California, are up in San Francisco at the hospital there.
Right.
They're still sick. Santa Clara, one of those is recovered. The other one's still sick. 2 cases now in Sacramento. Nuisance, you're going to get sick.
I hope cough a nuisance and the Democrats there. Cough on Maxine Waters. We'll get
And,
rid of her one way.
Yeah. So they added another one in Sacramento County since yesterday.
Yeah.
Someone else got sick there. Chicago, they're both still sick.
Right. That's the husband and wife.
Yeah.
I have some bad news on this. In Japan,
Uh-huh.
I told everybody the second wave's going to happen within. This is the. Okay, we're going to 2 more weeks and we're going to hit the second wave. It started already in Japan. One of the patients that recovered before is reinfected.
Yeah.
And they're watching her in a high ICU. They got her in an oxygen tube and they're nervous as hell.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't read history like I tell them. I even put it in my aliens, UFOs, and weird thought sections, which is over pretty close to 2,000 clips from everybody on the YouTube on this. I even have cartoons about the Spanish influenza. First wave wasn't bad. What killed people was the second wave. This is what I try to pound into everybody's head. But nobody ever watches my channel and nobody ever listens to me.
Yeah,
So-
he said they got 60 of them here in Nebraska.
Yeah, but that's from the cruise.
They're still in quarantine over there at
Yeah.
the air base.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the air base, and I forget someplace else. Those are from the Princess Cruise Liners. One from Italy. I mean, one group's from Italy, one group's from Japan, and I think there's a third one. I'm not confirming it because I lost track.
Yeah. It's like I'm looking at the map here in Toronto, Canada, where they first had theirs. They got 2 recovered, 3 are still sick there. The one down there in London is listed as recovered, which is probably one of the fastest recoveries I've seen. 2 recovered in Chicago. Got that one. And let's go over here. Vancouver is 7 in Vancouver, 3 recovered,
Now
4
7?
still sick. 4 still sick, 3 are recovered. So that's another, not sure what's going on there, but yeah. Oh, Texas is still sick.
That's what I'm going to do too, Wes. I'm just going to lock myself up in the house and ride it out.
Well,
Yep.
I increased our stockpile of toilet paper last week or the week before.
I got my secret weapon. I have a bidet. That costs $1,000 out of my pocket.
Hey,
Out of my
Al,
pocket. What?
until the water supply gets contaminated.
Yeah, then I'm gonna have trouble. But heated seats, air dry, has front and back washers. I bought the best for $42,000. Separate room locked up. So if I run out of toilet paper, I got that, and then it's back to corn cobs. Corn cobs in the outhouse. Worked for my grandfather, worked for my great grandfather, worked for my great great grandfather. You just have to still come in lanolin.
All right, he says 12 people in Tulsa are in quarantine from a cruise. I know in California, in Fairfield at Travis Air Force Base, they have a bunch up there.
From LA because they were part of the Princess Line Cruiser there. Princess Line Cruise passengers over in Japan. They still have about out of 500. They have some on Japan soil that's been quarantined and in isolation and ICU, and they have some that went to LA. Big mistake by the State Department from the Princess Cruise Line. Trump was mad as hell and got Mike Pence on the whole thing because the State Department should never have transferred those 12 from LA to Oklahoma, and they did not use precautions. They just say, "Oh, we'll just put you on a commercial airliner." Bye. That was stupid as hell.
Oh yeah, especially since it lives on surfaces for at one point they said 9 hours. Now they were saying several days on certain surfaces, and the air in the airplane just circulates everywhere.
And they don't change those filters in those airliners.
Uncle Al Lou says you can just use a pump up garden sprayer when your fancy toilet quits.
Hey, everybody could do that when they run out of toilet paper.
Oh yeah, I got a fancy sprayer too. Lord.
That was a good
No
one, Lou.
kidding. No kidding, Wayne. That's why I carry toilet bags. I'll poop in the bag.
Hey, Lori.
Somebody. Hi, Lori.
Well, they were saying that those ones that they went and pulled off the airplane, they didn't even have suits or anything. They just went and got them. Like it was, hey, how you doing? Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, just drive you nuts. It's like Keystone Cops or the three.
Yeah.
The captain of the ship's nuts. The crew are lunatics. We're heading to Iceberg, and we're on the Titanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's so stupid is that these people, they no longer have a fever. Oh, we're calling them cured. Oh, wait a minute, test them. They still have the active virus in them for like 29 days from the time they got it.
Yeah. I really about shit when I read that article.
Yeah.
On the fecal matter thing, sewage systems blast with 3 kinds of disinfectant
Oh.
and gets filtered and digested, and then it goes through an anaerobic process, which is about, I forget, Gil, what's the degree on those big sewage tanks?
It varies on different ones, but yeah, they cook it.
They cook it, and
You
then
gonna go watch some cat videos? Cat's good, Wes. You can chop them up and put them in soup.
yeah. But anyway, T-Board, don't worry about the sewage system. The big headache is people peeing outside or pooing outside in unsafe conditions. The homeless.
Yeah. Well, I think the bigger problem is going to be sick people on public transportation.
Yeah.
Buses,
Because they're downplaying it, yeah.
high speed rail, because that stuff they circulate here and there too, blow it around before they bring fresh air in. And someone sneezed out particles just during rush time. Everybody
Well,
in a 30-foot.
I kind of agree with you, Gil, because they're downplaying it. So the people that are buying into the it's no big thing are going to be out there infected, like you said, on buses, trains, and automobiles, coughing and sneezing and spreading all those germs around. And it's going to become a pandemic like we're not supposed to let it be.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be smarter than that,
Lori's big comment, just going off the screen there at the top.
The government of Canada.
Yeah, the one in Canada. It just rolled up there.
Yeah, I saw that, and that's probably a good thing to let all those people know if they're in Canada about that. But
Yeah,
I still go with the old adage of the people I know in my community should already be prepared for it.
Yeah, but thing is, the one thing to think about here, and I'm not trying to spread fear porn here, because it's not just the coronavirus that I'm worried about on the BARTs, the Valley Transits, all the stuff in California that have a million people on it, and all the buses and everything. It's the regular flu virus too. Now,
go ahead, yeah.
And then the one thing that would probably bugs me the most is the slight possibility, guys, really slight, small possibility of the 2 viruses combining. Where then it will be that that's I said it's very, 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 very minuscule.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But there's a good chance, maybe, because you don't know the mutation rate.
Yeah.
I think I did a video on the foods that old people and people do that list. I just did it. It's fairly easy. It won't cost like Hi Howie of Food Forest Production. It's a really nice video.
Hi, Howie.
Except for the tuna and chicken, you're going to have problems. I've seen people buying that like nuts. They're buying the low quality tuna, not the high quality tuna.
Yeah. The other thing too, that what I'm worried about there, especially what's going on in California, 'cause that's where it's going to come from. It's going to come from California.
Yep.
Is the fact that you have some people with a regular flu or a regular cold, which travels like wildfire through the population, but nobody dies from the regular cold. If someone has the regular cold and they get the virus, there's a higher chance of mutation because I have these two viruses in there, working against each other, and all it takes is for one to merge once, and then you have a possibility of that person, spreading it.
No, it'd be probably
I
Toronto.
think I'd worry just about one at a time myself.
Yeah.
Toronto and Vancouver is your biggest hot spots. That's for Lori.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not worried. I got my supplies. I've been ready for a year and a half for this. I'm ready for earthquake, nuclear war, outer space invasion, inner space invasion, aliens, you name it. I got everything. I'm set. So I'm just kicking back and laughing at everybody. Warning people for a year. Sorry.
Well, we're already prepared. The people that live that life, we're already prepared for being able to board ourselves up and ride it out. But
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the people that aren't.
Yeah. Hey, Wayne, I kind of agree with you. Don't just buy tuna. Buy you get the canned chicken. If there's a Costco near you, seriously, get the Costco cans, the Kirkland cans. I think it's like a 6-pack or a 9-pack of the big, thick cans of canned chicken and canned beef. That stuff keeps for years.
And get the good kind. Don't get the says mix or chunks. You want big.
Yeah.
When you open it up, there's less water.
That's what the Kirkland brand is. It's the good stuff. That's what we always get. And the other thing too, I know some people are going to cringe on this. Spam. Hey, it's got a bad rap from a few people.
I like spam.
Spam's good. It's you can cook it a whole bunch of different ways. You can cube it, put it in your omelets. You can fry it up, make it like a fried bologna sandwich or a fried spam sandwich.
Myself,
I had a liverwurst sandwich today.
myself, Wayne, and Gil, with spam, I have a grinder, so I'll grind the spam. I'll make raviolis. I'll make dim sum. I'll make wontons. I can make the little steam things.
Yeah.
Dehydrated chili. Oh man, let me know how that turns out. Helps, Sid.
I'll stick with spam.
I like what Wayne said there. Chilies and stews can be poured over rice as well. Not only rice, but chili can be poured over a variety of pasta. Macaroni, hey, chili mac, over spaghetti, it's great. You do a lot with it. And
yeah, we do. Helps, Sid.
When I was working construction, we had burritos every day, and it was great. Some of our guys made the best burritos.
Let me answer Lori's question. Yes, you have a grinder, grind up your spam, add garlic and green onions and parsley, and you can stuff it in. Like I said, dim sum, raviolis. I forgot the thing from Poland, the little doughy thing with the meat in it. It's not pierogies, it's something else. But, you can stuff a lot of things with that. I made meatballs out of it, and people were asking, is it a pork meatball? No, it's a spam meatball. All I do is grind it up, add some parsley, some chives, and garlic, and that's it.
Meatloaf out of it.
I tried that. Didn't work out too well.
You got to know how to do it.
Yeah, true.
My grandmother used to make some good stuff out of it. In response to Tibor, spam is also staple food at Midway, Guam, a lot of the Polynesian islands. They just love spam to heaven.
Wayne G said Mrs. G Duck can't have wheat. Yeah, for people who can digest wheat products, do like Wayne do, go with a rice-based diet. I did make stuff out of rice flour and oat flour, which is very good for people who are allergic to wheat.
Mhm.
You can have some kale planted, huh? Very good, Howie.
Yep, kale's good for you.
Mhm.
Don't forget
Hey,
how.
hey,
Go ahead.
Wayne, on the rice pastas, that's something we need to hit up Anthony with to do, because Anthony did a video where he made pasta. I know you can get rice flour. You should be able to make rice pasta from homemade rice pasta from the with
Oh yeah,
rice.
he showed a real simple way of making pasta. I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah, you can make it out of wheat flour, oat flour, Milo. And my family during World War II in Japan, that's that side of the family, we know how to take almonds and make noodles, udon. And tried to tell the government, but the government doesn't understand us. You stinky Americans, they used to call us. But over there, we're trying to show people you have to wash the acorns. To get,
Yeah, I'm gonna buy one of those pasta machines, Lori.
yeah, it's a good because I know how to cut it by hand. But a lot of people use a pasta machine. I seen people cut pasta, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I could do it by hand. So anyway, people on acorns, if you're going to make pasta, wash the acorns first. Get the tannic acid out of it. Because on a Japanese TV show recently about World War II, they had people making udon or noodles out of acorns, and they were vomiting because they did not clean the acorns properly, and they were vomiting tannic acid noodles.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, yeah, masa too. You can do with masa. Make masa and corn. You can make corn noodles. Make
Mhm.
dumplings. Oh yeah. Well, try Koba, either acorn, butternut, or kobacha. It's a squash. It's a hard shell, lasts forever until you have a soft spot, and you can throw it through a car window.
Oh yeah.
Those things are hard shell. It's like an acorn squash. It's really good, easy to dehydrate. I have 20 years supply of kobacha that I use in my soup mixes. So if I want to make a nice soup, I'll throw that in. I'll throw homemade noodles and some onions and parsley. And do I have? I could feed 12 people. Let's see a lot of people do that.
Wow.
You
All
know,
right, guys, we got an hour and a half in.
one last thing here, Al. You mentioned
Right.
about mayonnaise and stuff. I realized why people were getting all the mayonnaise. They were picking up all the canned tuna, canned chicken, canned beef, and they're going to make tuna fish sandwiches or chicken salad sandwiches or beef. You're going to use that to make those salad sandwiches.
It's ridiculous, doesn't it? People panic buying.
All right, we're gonna get out of here, guys, because Gil has a show later today, and I need to rest before he comes on, so I can come help him with his show.
Yeah, that's in 5.5 hours.
So I need to rest up before I go on with him, and I want to thank all you guys for coming by and helping me out today, Gil and Uncle Al, and everybody in the side chat as well. It's been fun.
All right, so the side chat, it's at 8 o'clock Mountain Time tonight. It's on tractors for home gardeners, homesteaders, and preppers. And believe it or not, preppers, real preppers, if they have land to go to, need to have a tractor. So we'll talk about that.
Okay,
All right.
later, folks.
All right,
See y'all later.
Thanks, everyone.
Where's the button?